Carla Gugino's new movie sees her in a completely different role from what she typically plays in Mike Flanagan horror films and TV shows, which is an exciting change despite how difficult it may be to get used to. After hit roles in movies like This Boy's Life, the Spy Kids franchise, and Sin City in the 1990s and early 2000s, Gugino had a successful career shift in the mid-2010s as she began taking on more horror roles. Starting in 2017, Gugino became greatly associated with her acclaimed work in horror movies and TV shows directed by Mike Flanagan, with their collaborations earning several well-deserved award nods in the genre. Since tackling the lead role in Mike Flanagan's 2017 movie Gerald's Game, Gugino has collaborated with the horror filmmaker on a total of 5 films and TV shows. In each Flanagan project where Gugino has played a main role, she's been celebrated for her standout performances, which include a variety of character types and arcs. From playing Olivia Crane in The Haunting of Hill House to Verna in The Fall of the House of Usher, Gugino's horror resume boasts some of the genre's most critically acclaimed outings in the past decade. However, her latest horror movie takes the actress in a different direction from her Flanagan projects. Carla Gugino's Lisa Frankenstein character is her first real horror villain after 7 years of Mike Flanagan roles. Gugino plays Janet, Lisa's antagonistic stepmother. Carla Gugino as Janet picking up a worm in Lisa Frankenstein. Carla Gugino's latest entry in the horror genre is Lisa Frankenstein, which follows the titular teenage character as she develops a relationship with a reanimated corpse. Gugino stars in Lisa Frankenstein's cast as Janet, the unforgiving and insensitive stepmother of Lisa. With audiences seeing the world through Lisa's eyes, it's clear that Gugino's Janet is the most antagonistic character, especially once she threatens to send Lisa into the asylum she works at. Gugino doesn't receive too much screen time before Lisa Frankenstein's ending, but her villainous role makes the most of her allocated time, proving highly memorable as it differs from her Flanagan horror characters. Though Gugino has starred in some morally ambiguous roles in Mike Flanagan horror movies and shows, her characters are generally difficult to dislike, and while antagonistic at times, aren't explicitly villains. Hill House's Olivia Crane ultimately commits horrible acts, but she was also an incredibly complex person who became influenced and overpowered by the titular house. Similarly, while Verna is the villain in the eyes of the Usher family, she's largely a moral executioner of justice against the Ushers' multi-generational sins. Consequently, the highly unlikable Janet in the $13 million budgeted Lisa Frankenstein is a notable change from her recent horror roles. Lisa Frankenstein proves Carla Gugino should play a villain in Mike Flanagan's upcoming Stephen King adaptations. Flanagan is adapting King's The Life of Chuck and the Dark Tower series. Despite playing more difficult-to-hate roles in Mike Flanagan Netflix horror shows, Gugino's compelling performance as the antagonistic Janet makes the case for her to tackle a bigger villain role in another Flanagan project. So far, Carla Gugino is not among the returning Flanagan actors in The Life of Chuck, his upcoming movie adaptation of Stephen King's same-named novella, with the cast of his impending Dark Tower TV adaptation also being undisclosed. However, with their numerous collaborations in the past, it wouldn't be surprising if Gugino cameoed in one of these Stephen King adaptations.